All right.
And do you agree with your dad?
Pardon?
I'm just asking your son if he agrees.
Oh, he agrees with everything I said.
Yeah.
You are like the Richard Kleiderman of the band. I mean, you are the guy that plays the piano. Are you a self-taught virtuoso, or did your parents made you play that piano?
I had piano lessons when I was younger. I only got my grade 1 exam. I was never. I couldn't play classical piano or anything.
You never played classical piano?
I never got that far, no. I mean, I had lessons for quite a long time, but I didn't really develop in that way. I don't think I think that's the same for all of us, really.
So no pressure whatsoever from the outside, but it is something that you've chosen to do by yourself, and it's developed in this way.
You've got to learn by doing, as well as learning the theory. And I think it's just like, well, it depends what you want out of your music. You know, you could play for the Philharmonic Orchestra, but not necessarily, you know, like to an absolutely incredible professional standard. That doesn't necessarily mean that you could write anything at all. They're completely different disciplines. I've come to terms with the fact that I'm not technically a very good musician at all. At all. Especially on guitar, I still can't even play chords, but I can play stuff that I make up myself. And no matter how much I play the guitar, I think I've kind of hit my level. And if I wanted to be a proper guitarist, I'd find that incredibly frustrating. Maybe it's a choice between following what you're good at.
You'd never have time to actually get on
to a conclusion
in a van and get anything done. So it's really interesting. It's like what you were just saying, like we never, like, is it like maybe you listen to a piece of music or you read a book that's been written or by somebody who found it really easy and it's, you know, amazing, poignant, it really touches you in some way, and then maybe you read or listen to another piece of music and the person who wrote that hated themselves and thought they were no good, and it took them years and years and years to write, and they threw it out and started again, and, you know, got divorced, and it was the work, you know, and they got this book out and it was published. But when it actually gets to you and you think the same way about both things, does it, you know, is one of them more valuable than the other? I'm not sure if it almost seems like not relevant to the recipient, and in one sense that's who it's for, because once you've got it out, it's free. In another sense, it's really, really important to that person, and it's like insane. But the truth is, you can't choose which one of those people you are, and if you spend any time thinking about that, then you're probably not really either of those people. You're someone who's more interested in your ego than you are in actually making the art. So either of those people would be doing it for much purer reasons. So I find it a really difficult question. It's unanswerable, and it's unhelpful to the author, the recipient, and it just doesn't work. Do you know the film, the Tarkovsky film, Stalker? In this film, there's well, lots of things happen, but there's a room where you can ask a question and it will be answered. Your wildest dreams will be answered. And one of the people that goes to this room is a writer, and he says, if I go in that room, I'm going to ask to be cured of my terrible, human condition, and if I do that, I won't be able to write, so I don't even want to go in there. And that's the answer, really. It's like, no one needs to have that solved, it can't be done.